Hi, I am Vocatalk, and this is my assistant Brain. In this video, I'll introduce you to Binaural Beats, a mysterious and cool sound effect that stimulates human brain to transition to altered states of consciousness. No, I'm not talking about Eastern meditation kind of stuff here. This is serious scientific research topic and has many applications even today. You can find a lot of information on binaural beats and samples on the internet. But I'll tell you how they actually work and also how you can use it for learning and relaxation. Binaural beats were first discovered by Heinrich Wilhelm in 1839. But he didn't actually know their effect on consciousness. In 1973, Gerald Oster has published an article on Scientific American magazine in which he summarized his laboratory findings. He saw binaural beats as a tool for understanding the auditory system and developing diagnostic methods. The effects of binaural beats on consciousness were first examined by physicist Thomas Campbell. Based on Campbell's work, Robert Monroe has created a self-development industry by founding the Monroe Institute. Okay, let's now do an experiment. What you're hearing is a monaural sine wave at 200 Hz. This means both of your ears are hearing the same frequency. This is a composite sound with a 200 Hz sine wave and an additional component at 250 Hz. Still, it's monaural, and there's nothing special about it. Now let's observe what the binaural beats sound like. This experiment is best observed using headphones or earbuds. But if you don't have any of them, just try to make sure you're hearing left and right speakers separately by moving your head up close to the middle point of the speakers. This signal is pretty close to the previous one, right? But did you realize the wobbling effect? Well, if you are wearing your headphones, you should definitely realize it. Listen carefully. If you still don't realize it, you're probably one of those rare people. And it'll be really hard to convince you from this point on. But if you did realize it, stay tuned, because you're just about to find out what's so cool about them. The binaural beat that you've just heard was at 5 Hz and was not actually fed to your ears. Your brain generated a virtual sound that doesn't exist in the air or in the ear. You don't believe it? Let's see if you can hear the wobbling effect with one ear. To be fair, I'll play the sound for 30 seconds continuously and let you listen with any of your ears. You can even switch from ear to ear. No matter what you do, you won't hear the wobbling effect until you listen with both ears. Are you convinced? Since I can't know when or which ear you listen with, I can't cheat. Got the idea? The wobbling sound is actually in your brain. So how is this even possible? When you hear 200 Hz in both of your ears, your auditory system functions pretty smoothly and doesn't play tricks with your senses. The human auditory system has special frequency following characteristics. When it detects a slight frequency difference between what's heard in the left and right ears, it tries to match the two frequencies. The result is a virtual sound that's perceived at the difference frequency as a beat or wobbling effect. Since there's no such sound actually fed to your ears, it must have been created only in the brain as a response to the stimuli. If the difference frequency is within one of the frequencies of consciousness states, it's believed to transition the brain into that specific state. Prolonged exposure to such stimuli has persistent effect caused by the frequency following response of the brain. In other words, the brain gets used to those repeating signals and synchronizes with the rhythm. This is called brainwave entrainment. In such states, the brain can be programmed to learn faster, improve memory, or just relax and feel calm and peaceful. You probably already heard that the brain has states of consciousness. For each of these states, the brain generates electrical waves at a certain frequency. Some of those frequencies are 7 to 13 Hz, alpha waves, relaxation; 4 to 7 Hz, theta waves, dreaming, focus and memory; less than 4 Hz, delta waves, deep sleep. The purpose of brainwave entrainment is to actually switch into a desired consciousness state in order to make use of the full potential of brain for a certain task. Now let's try some more binaural beat examples. An interesting and very useful feature of binaural beats is that you don't even hear them consciously in order to make use of them. What your ears don't hear, your brain will. Using this feature we can do something really cool. We can mix a nice and relaxing music with binaural beats and transition to a relaxation state by stimulating the alpha waves. This is much more fun, right? Now let's reduce the binaural beat to a barely hearable level. Your brain will still produce the 10 Hz difference frequency that will stimulate the alpha waves. You can find specially produced binaural music CDs for purchase, or produce your own using an audio editing tool. But it takes some skills and time to get it right each time you want to listen something. In fact, I'll tell you one such tool that is specially designed exactly for this kind of usage, and even more. Imagine you can also mix the content that you want to listen with binaural beats and a nice background. Imagine, this tool could turn any text into speech, put any music you want into the background, and of course the binaural beats that could stimulate the right brain state for the purpose of reading. You could turn anything you want to read into a high-quality multimedia experience that can unlock the power of your brain. What if this tool could turn the output into an MP3 so you can put it on your player and listen wherever you go? And even more, what if it could also produce podcast episodes so you can generate an endless stream of knowledge in a form that is readily digestible by your brain in a fun and enjoyable way? You guessed it. In fact, there is such a tool. It's called VocaTalk Personal Podcast. It's specially designed for people who read and keep up with information. It provides all of the techniques explained in this video, and more. In addition, VocaTalk can generate various digital audio effects to make the text-to-speech listening less monotonous and more fun. All of these features and many other features that are under development target a single goal: to make hours and hours of reading and learning experience fun and enjoyable. Adding alpha or theta waves to any episode is as easy as clicking on a checkbox. Just copy and paste any content that you want to listen into the rich text editor of VocaTalk. Then click Create Episode link at the bottom of the window. Select Background Music. Select binaural beats or other audio effects, and create the episode. You can do an endless stream of such episodes, generate them whenever you want, and directly upload to iTunes or Zune. iTunes and Zune do a good job of managing your media files, and make sure only the unlistened episodes are on your iPod, iPhone, or Zune. You could also use any other MP3 player by just copying the MP3 files. VocaTalk can use all the installed SAPI 5.3 and 5.1 compatible voices on your system to enrich the listening experience. VocaTalk is the first and currently the only application that combines text-to-speech, background music, brainwave entrainment, digital audio enhancements, and podcasting technology in a single product. VocaTalk is a unique tool that may change the way you reach information and fold your reading and learning speed. Thanks for listening.